All right, folks, so it looks like it is time for me to finally do it. Anthony Venture is finally going to apply for a Capital One Venture card, right? Of course, the prophecies have finally been revealed. I'm finally going to do it, and it's not going to be the Venture X like a lot of people are thinking. It's actually going to be the Venture Rewards. And you might be wondering, why just the little dinky Venture Rewards? Well, take a look at this. If you look right now on the Capital One website, the Venture Awards card has a limited time offer right now of $1,000 in travel bonuses. That being this right here, which is enjoy $250 to use on the Capital One travel portal. So a $250 travel credit to be used towards anywhere in the portal. So that could be a hotel, a flight, a cruise, car rentals, all those different things. And then also the additional, just like normal, 75,000 bonus miles once you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of opening the card. And you could actually see right here, as compared to the Venture X has the exact same welcome offer as the standard Venture card, but you get the additional $250. And I just figured if there was ever a time to get into the world of Capital One, or at least some of their more premium cards, it's probably now. And I think I definitely want to jump at this chance while this limited time offer is here, because you can get all this and it's a very, very easy foothold into the world of Capital One, all with an annual fee of just $95. So it's like, I feel like if I want to test drive Capital One and all their benefits and all their travel portals and their miles and all those things, I could kind of effectively test drive it for, $300 less than the highest tiered Venture X card. And I think that makes a lot of sense for me. I don't know if it makes sense for you as well. And you also might be wondering, like, what else does this card come with other than like this? I think pretty much the highest welcome offer we've ever seen. I could be wrong, but I think this is the highest one we've seen so far on this card, and really any card for that matter. And it does actually come with a few different things that I could really make use of. So one actually being the $100 credit for global entry and TSA pre-check. That is something I actually need because my Platinum card, I ended up using my entire credit on TSA pre-check. And you guys know you get that once every 4 years, once every 4.5 years, what have you. And I'm going to start traveling abroad and I kind of need global entry. So I'm like, okay, cool. So very high, maybe record high welcome offer, $95 annual fee. And I could even mitigate that annual fee just by this $100 global entry credit that I could use for my wife and I. So right off the bat, just that alone makes a lot of sense for me to own this card. And not only that, but as you guys might have seen, I've been really trying to figure out all the different lounges out in the world. I've been trying to find ways to kind of do what the Platinum card does, but for cheaper. And this would be an interesting way to do it as well. Because you can see right here all the lounge access that these Capital One cards get. The Venture card just happens to give you 2 complimentary visits per year to either the Capital One Lounge, which is one I've really wanted to actually try out, but I haven't had a card to give me access thus far, and completely for free, of course. I know you can go there and you can pay $45 per visit, but at least I can get 2 complimentary, so free visits for me and my wife to the Capital One lounges, and I could do that all before December 31st, 2024, because starting January 1st, 2025, this line of cards is no longer to give you access to the Capital One Lounge completely for free anymore. That's only going to be on the Venture X and the Venture X business kind of going forward. But I thought it would be, again, just a good way to test drive the card, because I would love some free visits to Capital One Lounge, And if this $95 card can get me there with this awesome welcome offer, that's currently touted right now, I think that makes a lot of sense for me. And then even beyond that, you're also getting a card that gives you, 2 miles per dollar spent on every single purchase. So it's effectively a catch-all card that you can use your Capital One Venture card, get 2x on absolutely everything, and use that for more travel in the future. Especially since a lot of people out there are telling me, like, there's no way I get approved for the Venture X given the amount of cards I got approved for in the last, couple of years, the inquiries that I have, etc. So I'm like, again, if there was ever a time or ever a way to get into the Capital One higher tiered ecosystem, maybe the Venture Awards is the best one to kind of get started with. Again, is it as hard to get as opposed to the Venture X? Who really knows? But I'm going to try today. And one thing a lot of people recommended me do is actually see if I'm pre-approved through this link right here to see if I can actually get one of these cards. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So let's see what they actually ask here. So let's see if I am pre-approved. Oh, come on, man. Only for the Venture One with good credit? Give me a break. Are you kidding me? That's not going to do. Well, I don't care what this pre-approval says. We're still going to apply for this card and see what happens. Take the hard inquiries. Who really cares? I want to see if I can get this welcome offer right now while I can. Just remember, if you are interested in this link and want to apply along with me down below, just click the link in the pinned comment. You'll see Venture Rewards right here, and make sure it says limited time offer, 75,000 miles, 4,000 spend, and an additional $250 travel credit in your first cardholder year, which is equal to $1,000 in travel. And remember, like, the Venture X is technically $300 more than this card of a $95 annual fee, but you're getting a $250 travel credit, much like the Venture X gives you. So it's a really good test drive to kind of see if you like the ecosystem of Capital One without having to foot that $395 annual fee right at the beginning, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So if you are going to do that, just make sure you hit view offer. It'll redirect you to this page right here, where just make sure you see the offer once again. Then you hit apply now on that there. And then you could actually put in your information to see if you can get approved for this said card. So that's the way to actually do it. But since our boy Joshua Butler used a link for a different card a few months ago, I got to get him back on the referral, which is going to be right here. We're going to use the Capital One Venture. Just make sure I see his face here. Again, view offer, right to the secondary affiliate website, and then to the actual application here. So Capital One applications look a little bit different than, Chase and what have you. So we're just going to go through and fill all this out as normal, and then I'll come right back at the end when I'm about to hit submit and continue. And just before I actually put in all that information, there was something I thought about that was fairly interesting. And I was wondering, what if I still want to get the welcome offer on the Venture X come, a few months from now, what have you, if I wanted to get both cards, if I wanted to start venturing into the Venture X, can I still get both welcome offers on both cards? So which I actually found a few things here to corroborate that data. First is a Reddit thread by this guy, Card with Benefits, who has like an insane amount of karma and credit. And he says that there are two separate products. So you're eligible for welcome bonus if Capital One will approve you for both cards. That means you can get the offer here of 75K plus the 250 travel credit, and you can get a 75K Venture X. And then also here, the points guy also mentions that if you carry the Venture X sister cards, the Venture Awards, what have you, you will still be eligible to carry the Venture X and get the welcome bonus. The only caveat is you'll want to keep a close eye on the timing of the applications. And they mention here that they were able to do it in less than a year. I think what they mean by the caveat as, keep a close eye on the applications is right here. This guy at Johnny Jet, he actually did a full-on welcome offer eligibility guide on whether or not you can get a welcome offer on a Capital One card. And right here, I think is what they mentioned. It is you are ineligible for the offer on the Venture or the Venture X if you applied for a Capital One credit card 2 or more times in the last 30 days. So from what I can see here, if that is true, then as long as you wait past a month, you're still going to be eligible for the welcome offer on both cards, which I think is very, very cool. One thing I found here to see if you're actually eligible for the welcome offer on this page here, I never actually heard this before, but it says here is you'll be ineligible if your monthly income, the one that you put on there, divided by 12, doesn't exceed my monthly rent mortgage payment by at least $425. Or Capital One otherwise determines that I am unable to make my monthly payments. So if you think about it, let's say you put your income as, 30,000. If you do that divided by 12, that's going to be $2,500. And if your rent is, say, $2,200 every single month, $300, that would be under the $425 that he mentions here, which would mean you would be ineligible for the welcome offer because they're too much of a risk. One thing I actually found interesting here too is it says, do you have any bank accounts, checking and savings? And then how often do you carry a balance on personal cards, which is optional. I think they're just trying to see how much money they can possibly make from you. So I always just put sometimes just to have something on there as opposed to never. I want to be a little bit profitable to banks, right? And just make sure at the top here, it still says the 250 one-time use travel credit, and then also the 75,000 bonus miles. Very, very cool. And here it is right here, man. Look how transparent Capital One actually is. So I thought that guy just corroborated that data, but it actually is in the terms and conditions here. The whole $425 for the rent and mortgage payment and everything. Have applied for Capital One credit card 2 more times in the last 30 days. All of these different things, they tell you everything that would make you ineligible for the welcome offer. That is very, very cool. That's freaking awesome that they give you all that. Why can't all these other banks like Amex tell us when we're going to be in pop-up jail, or Chase when we're going to be denied for certain cards? That's wow, very, very cool. Okay, so now finally here, by clicking on the submit application button, I am acknowledging that I have read everything. All of this checks out for sure, and then we have to hit Submit application, baby. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Are we finally going to fulfill the prophecy? Is Venture going to get a venture? Are we going to start trying out some Capital One portals and whatnot? Let's see if we can get some more experience, baby. Submit. Let's go for it. All right. Validating your information, reviewing your finances. Remember, I am 324 right now, so I got a little bit of leg room before I hit 524 again. I just thought this is a really good offer to jump on, and bam. Sorry, Anthony, we weren't able to approve. No. How hurtful could that be? Oh, come on, man. Yeah, we know you're disappointed. Well, thanks, Capital One. Well, I can't say I'm necessarily surprised. What?
Are you yelling at Capital One again?
They freaking denied me for the venture card. How dare they? Venture Capital One, the venture card denied me. Maybe because they think I stole their likeness. What do you think?
I think you're probably going to use my try my luck now.
That's right. Tune in next week. We're just going to apply using her social security number, and we're going to see if we get the venture. Well, I don't know what to say, but I got denied. Venture was denied for the venture card. This is the worst possible outcome. And I think we're going to try. I think we are going to try on her social. I think we will. You know, as long as she gives me consent and all that. I always ask for consent, right? Don't you know? We always ask. So we'll see. Maybe I'll try in the next few days to see if she can get it during this welcome offer. But again, if you guys want to apply for it, maybe you have better luck than me. Maybe you don't have as many credit cards as me, and they'll actually approve you. That's what I hear more people can. But if you do, again, my link is in the pinned comment below. Try your luck, see if you can get this awesome, I think, record high welcome offer of $1,000 in travel value. Let me know down below if they actually do approve you or if they deny you, because, well, that freaking sucks. And I hope you guys have better luck than I do. And I will be trying again probably in just a few days. So thank you guys so much for being here. Let me know if you get approved. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. God damn it, man. I really wanted to try out Capital One. Why the hell would they not let me? I guess fate loves irony, huh? Venture, no venture for venture. Unreal.